frustrated about searching for an accommodation, like you are fed up. And the funniest part is your landlord has said you should leave before this date or that date. Guys, I was in this shoe and I can imagine the frustration you went through. If I can scale through, I believe God can also do that thing He did for me. You can also scale through. I searched for my accommodation 2 months plus. When I mean 2 months plus, you know the money you waste to and fro, paying agents for this, paying agents for that to get a place to live, and it is really, really frustrating. Like you have just given, like you just want to give up. You start crying. It is very, very difficult in this country. But let's see, whatever it is that worked for me, I believe it's going to work for you too. Just don't give up. Just stay tuned to my channel and watch what I did. And I'm going to put you through on how I did mine as well to get where I am today. I'm in my 2-bedroom apartment. All the glory to God. It's not been my power. After a lot of stress and tears, I finally got what I wanted, exactly what I wanted, and God really provided it for me. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time, this is Jola. This is where we discuss a lot of important information that you need to know, where we grow together. Please endeavor to like and subscribe to my channel for growth. I decided to do this video because a lot has called me like, Ife, what exactly, how did you get your place? Ife, this your place is very okay, how did you get it? Ife, please, we still need a place to us. Could you help us on how we can get our accommodation? Can you put me through? How did you get your place? That was why I decided to make this video today, to let you guys know that, okay, this was what I did. First thing people ask you, agent won't ask you, is where are you working? They want to know your finances. They want to know that of you and your partner, if you can afford it. Don't see, if for instance you tell them that you are a carer and your partner is a carer, it could be very difficult for them to give you a particular place. Getting an accommodation could be very difficult. So what I did was I told them, yes, I'm a carer, but my partner is also, because then he was already getting his permanent job, and I told them my partner is a full-time worker and all that. So they were able to like, okay, let's see what you can do. As far as you can foot that bill, even if you have the money in your account, they're always skeptical of giving you that house to stay, because they feel you as a carer that you get your income based on shift. How do you want to survive to pay your income? So trying to be careful on what you tell them about your finances. Don't just tell them that you're a carer, your partner is a carer. No. And even if you tell them that your partner is a carer, what they tell you to do is to bring a guarantor. That is also very challenging. That is also very, very difficult to get a guarantor in the UK. They'll tell you that your guarantor must have lived here for like 20 plus years and he must have a place in case you can't foot the bills and all that. So, after I had searched Rightmove, after I searched Zoopla, imagine you getting an accommodation. Imagine you seeing a particular house right now on Rightmove, which is a popular platform. A lot of us know a lot, Rightmove. But Rightmove doesn't really, I think it's more saturated. A lot of persons or a lot of people are just on Rightmove to like, oh my god, this is the next house, let me quickly put a call through. And when you put a call through, like, oh my god, someone just already paid for it, or someone just blah blah blah. I'm like, but you just posted now, how come someone already booked? Or the booking is so much. When you see a particular, they tell you they have like 15 bookings, 15 viewings in that house. We're like, they don't have any hope. So this was my situation. After I got a lot of places for viewing, they had arranged my viewing. They will tell me, I'm sorry, the number of those viewings is already complete. Or after you view the place, you really like the place, they'll tell you, the landlord will not decide. That thing that really got me angry, like, because when I know a landlord has the right to his house, but I feel if a landlord entrusts his house to an agent, why would the landlord still not decide who wants to live in that house? Because if the landlord has given you that place to live and he has given the agent whatever document, I feel whenever you breach it, you have to pay a certain amount. But now they will say the landlord has to now choose who wants to be there. The last one told me that the landlord needs to see me in person to know if I'm fit to be in that kind of house. I went through shit. I wasted money for aqua here and there. I paid deposit fee. Guys, I was crying. Like I had like almost a week to evacuate my house, and I was really crying. I was frustrated. My mom was really supporting. I was frustrated. I was losing it. I checked Zoopla. I checked all sorts. Guys, it was really killing. So Rightmove is a very good platform to check. Honestly, Rightmove is a very good platform to check. You just have to streamline what you're looking out for, what you're searching for. Zoopla also is another platform where you can also get your accommodation. That's where you can get places. Another part I'm going to tell you guys is open rent. I discovered open rent during my search because the period of searching for an accommodation was a bit tough for me, and I used that phase to learn. Open rent is the part whereby if you don't want to speak with an agent, you don't want to meet with an agent directly, you can speak with the landlords, like direct landlords. And all you need to do is, when you've gotten that part, the house is not as expensive as you think, because agent fee and all that. The landlord sure is going to ask you about your financial stability, but it's not going to be as difficult as other agents in Portsmouth as well. So it has its own advantage, it has its own disadvantage, but I recommend open rent for those who are really desperately in need of accommodation. It has helped a lot of friends of mine, so I believe it can also still help you. So open rent, you try it, you send a message to the landlord, you look at the house you want. If it's available, they'll tell you it's available. It's very simple to access and all that. Then once you've gone to view the house, sometimes you can make your deposit fee immediately, but if the landlord feels you are not capable, they refund your money. That's another part why I like open rent for. They pay your money back. Also, as well as Rightmove and Zoopla and all that. There are some houses whereby you get, and if you make the deposit, if the landlord decides to change his mind, you get your money back. But if the landlord has approved that you can go ahead and you want to say no, I don't want to go ahead, you don't get your money, so you're going to lose on it. So that's what works. So guys, what I tell people is, rather than going on Rightmove and Zoopla, what I did was I went to the agents directly. I went to their website one after the other directly. Guys, I took my time and I made sure that in a week I had like 4 viewings. This was what really helped me. I had 4 viewings in a week. Every Saturday, every Sunday, what I do is I make sure I go on website of this, on the list of all these agents in Portsmouth. I had to go on their site to look out for available houses. I made 2 mistakes when I was searching for an accommodation. I was looking at let agreed. I never knew let agreed meant they had already secured the place, so I was not following let agreed. I didn't streamline my search properly. Secondly, I was being picky because I know my reasons. I didn't want toilet downstairs because of mobility issues. I'm very picky, but I know you even see toilet, people will not even see uncle. Yeah, I know everybody wants something, but I'm a bit desperate, but I know what I'm in need of. I don't want a place whereby I will start thinking and nagging, considering the kids and all that when the kids arrive. Now, one thing I don't want you to get yourself into is, you have to be mindful of your deposit fee. You have to read whatever contracts you sign in, because your deposit fee is non-refundable. I made a mistake when I made my deposit fee and it was difficult for me to get my money back. I cried. Imagine you paying 250 something pounds. Imagine wasting transport fare, toll. Do you understand? It's so frustrating. Guys, I practically cried. My mom was like, hey, now wow. It was frustrating. Like, I cried. What I tell people is, after you have clicked on arrange viewing, always try to call. Sometimes you don't see your emails immediately because they tell you that, oh, we've got thousands of emails, we've got thousands of people calling. So it's better to call them directly and tell them that you found this house and you are interested in this house. So you call them directly while you've also made your bookings online. The reason why you're making your bookings online is for them to have your contact details in case you still need an accommodation. Guys, after I secured this house, I had oh God, I got calls upon calls. And also another part is, for those with let agree, sometimes if the client or if the customer, or if you cannot meet up to their standard, if you failed your referencing check is they want to check if your finance is okay, they want to check if you have the right to rent, they want to check all those things, your employment details and all that. So if they check that, okay, you passed it, you're good to go. But if you fail it, they're going to remove that let agree. They're going to give the house to another person. So sometimes let agree too is still very much okay, but don't put your mind there. Put your mind on houses that are still available for now. All right, guys, I hope I've been able to explain to you how you can streamline your check, because sometimes we make a mistake. I made the same mistake for almost a month before I discovered that, oh my God, I think I've been making mistake in my search. So try to streamline your search, not just to Rightmove or Zoopla. Just go directly into the agent, go directly into the website of the agent and call them. Keep calling them that, oh, this is it. They're going to ask you about your employment details. Like I said, they'll ask you some questions, but be very smart. Be very smart on what to say. Don't go on. It's not everything you open your mouth to say. Be mindful of what you say about your employment history. Also, for referencing check, please don't shoot yourself in the leg. When they tell you that, when you tell them that, oh, I have the money to secure the place, we have the money, my partner and I are capable. When they say, okay, can we see blah blah blah, and then there's always a third party to check or to prove your financial record and all that, to send to the agent that you are cleared and all that. I use Canopy. So what they tell you to do, they want to check. Don't give them the access to check your bank statement. I beg of you. Don't shoot yourself in the leg. Oh my God. Don't shoot yourself in the leg, because you might just alter your statement. This affected me with one particular house. I said A and they were seeing C. Like, my account was not correlating with what I said. But what I did is I had to tell them that, yes, I can provide you my pay slip. I'm not comfortable for you to check my bank statement. I have every right, so I wouldn't consent to that. So I had to tell them that they can check my pay slips to know if I'm working. So I had to do that of my husband. I did that of myself, and we got, the whole money together was more than the money they expected from us, and we're cleared. So you have to be very smart about the moves you take. So there could be a reason why you've not been getting your accommodations. Is that making a mistake somewhere about your finance, about your job? Don't tell them that two of you are carers. You have to be mindful of what you say. If you know you are a student and you're a carer, make sure your partner is a permanent worker, and able to let them know that he's a worker, and you should get a job. You get a permanent job, because now there are a lot of permanent job working around, especially in care homes. So don't make your husband an agent when working with agency. Your husband should be a full-time worker while you are a part-time worker. That's going to be another advantage for you. So if you are as a student and you're a part-time worker, your husband should be the full-time worker as a dependent. That was what really helped myself and my husband. Honestly, that was really helped the two of us, and that was how we could pull through. We were able to fight the battles. God won. You can see I'm in my house, and I give all the glory to God. The God that did it for me will do it for you. So, my friend, don't give up. Anyways, guys, thank you for the time. Thank you for staying tuned to this channel. See you, girl, Ife Jaws. If you have more questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section below, and I'll be ready to answer.